The Union Cabinet has approved an increase in minimum support price for Rabi crops for the 2021-2022 season. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar announced in the Lok Sabha on Monday in a move that is aimed at placating the angry farmers who fear the recently passed farm bills will also end the MSP support. The MSP hike ranges from Rs 50 to Rs 300, Tomar said, announcing the decision taken at a Union Cabinet meeting earlier in the day. While the MSP for wheat goes up by Rs 50, chana will now fetch Rs 250 more and masoor will fetch Rs 300 more. The MSP for mustard has been hiked by Rs 225. The decision comes a day after the two contentious bills, Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Bill 2020 and Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farmer Services Bill 2020 were passed amid an unprecedented opposition protest in the Rajya Sabha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday described the proposed agriculture reform bills as historic and said that they would usher in much-needed reforms in India's agricultural sector. Taking a dig at the opposition, the Prime Minister said that some people were worried that control would slip out of their hands and trying to mislead the farmers on the issue of minimum support price. After these historical changes in the agricultural sector, some people are worried as they fear the power may slip out of their hands. So now they are trying to mislead the farmers on MSP, he said. The Prime Minister made these statements during the foundation stone laying ceremony of 9 highway projects in Bihar, which he was attending through a video conference. Addressing the concerns over the working of the Krishi Mandis, also known as APMCs, he said that his government has made continued efforts to improve the functioning of the Mandis. In a historic first, 2 women officers, Lieutenant Kumudini Tyagi and Sub-Lieutenant Riti Singh, will be deployed as observers on board Indian Navy warships as a part of the ship's crew, paving the way for women air combatants to operate from frontline warships. They would in effect be the first set of women airborne combatants who would be operating from warships. Earlier, entry of women was restricted to the fixed-wing aircraft that took off and landed ashore. Speaking on the occasion, Rear Admiral Anthony George highlighted the fact that it is a landmark occasion wherein for the first time women will be trained in helicopter operations, which would ultimately pave way for the deployment of women in frontline warships of Indian Navy. Women in the Indian Air Force too may join their naval counterparts in shattering the glass ceiling, with a woman fighter pilot being trained to fly the newly inducted Rafale fighter jets. On Monday, a 4-seater aircraft crashed in a field of Azamgarh district of Uttar Pradesh. A trainee pilot died in the accident. The pilot jumped with a parachute but could not save his own life. The pilot is identified as Konark Saran. Bad weather is said to be the cause of the accident, and this accident took place at around 11:30 am on Monday in the Manjeet Patti Kushan area of Sarai Mir in Azamgarh district. According to eyewitnesses, at about 11:20 am, an aircraft was seen falling into the field from the sky. It was engulfed in flames and smokes. There was an explosion as well. At the time of the accident, the pilot jumped using the parachute, but it did not help. The pilot's body was found 400 meters away from the farm. A crowd of people gathered on the spot after the accident. Police also arrived after receiving the information about this. The Supreme Court hearing of Sudarshan TV's UPSC Jihad show is creating ripples outside the corridors of the judiciary. The centre today told the Supreme Court that if it wants to venture into regulating the television channels, then it first has to regulate the uncontrolled digital media. The Information and Broadcasting Ministry, in its affidavit to the Supreme Court, said that digital media is spreading venomous hatred and is involved in deliberate instigation of violence and terrorism. It further suggested that the court should leave it to the Parliament to decide the framework to regulate the television media. There should be no guidelines for electronic media, but if there are, it should be left to the legislature, the government said in the affidavit. The centre's reply came after the Supreme Court took up the petition against Sudarshan TV's UPSC Jihad program, which reportedly suggested that Muslims have infiltrated the bureaucracy for hearing.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.